Hello students, so we are back to the discussion session again, and we have a fresh set of questions, and as usual we will discuss every question, each question one by one elaborately, and we will together find out which option is the correct one. And since your exam is over, that means your model exam is over, you might have done it well and you remember the options, so less effort on your part. Okay, so let us discuss these questions one by one, and we will start with the usual stuff which we have for the model exams. That is, you will be given 2 or 3 sentences, and those sentences are divided into different parts, and if any part has got error, you need to find it out, or that part is to be marked as your answer. And if there is no error, of course you can choose the last option, that is no error part. Okay, you are familiar with such questions, right? You have been doing the exams for so many months now, so you are familiar with all these types of questions. Okay, so our 3 questions, 3 sentences are ready, and each sentence has been divided into certain parts, and then you have to find out which part has gone wrong in case if it has got error. Okay, so the first sentence is, I'm thinking to write my autobiography. Of course, when you read it, in fact, when I read it, I also thought that, okay, nothing wrong with the sentence, it's grammatically correct. But then when I read it again for the second time, that thing, it came to me. Okay, so I am thinking to write my autobiography. I'm thinking means here I'm planning to. Okay, so I'm thinking to write, that part is correct. My autobiography, so actually autobiography. Okay, so my autobiography, C part, that has got an error. Now you will be wondering what is wrong with that particular part, right? See, there are certain things which if you add, certain words are there. If you use those words before another word or in a sentence, what happens is that sentence will be, that structure will be a kind of superfluous, or else you can call it as a word which has been added in excess to what it really requires. Okay, so here remember, the first 2 parts are correct. Okay, so I am thinking to write my autobiography. Here the third part has gone wrong. Why? Because see, what is the meaning of autobiography? You know the meaning, you know the difference between biography and autobiography. So autobiography is actually like when you write about yourself, your personal life details and your life sketch. If you write on your own, suppose if I instead of asking somebody else to write my life, which is biography, if I write on my own, my personal experience in first person, I, me, we, etc., so that would be autobiography. Okay, so it is obvious that it will be based on my life, not anyone else's life, and that is why we call it as autobiography, right? So when it is understood from the word that it is written about my own life and not anyone else's, this my word here before the word autobiography is not required. And the use of that my has made the sentence a superfluous sentence, which means a word which is extra, which is not required, and which would which doesn't fit into that structure. Okay, so remember, you need to know the meanings, and only then you will be able to understand the error which it has got. So here the error is probably majority of you might have thought like if it has got any error, it might be in the first part, I am thinking. Okay, no, that part is correct. Second part also is correct, but then the error is in the third part, autobiography. That word itself means my own life, not anyone else's life. So there I need not use that my again. And that is why it has become a superfluous sentence. So this word is to be omitted, or this word is to be removed, and if it is done, the sentence will be correct. That means I have to use the structure as I am thinking to write autobiography, not my autobiography. Okay, so it is option number C where the error has happened. Okay, now the second statement or the second sentence is, your sari is superior to mine. Your sari is superior to mine. Okay, so remember, this sentence does not have any error. The reason is, that means you can choose the D option, no error, D option. See, the thing is, suppose if it is superior than mine, which usually we have such type of sentences, okay. So usually where we are asked to find out the error, it would have been given like is superior than mine, than her, or etc, etc. So with the word superior, it is of course to you. So there is no error in that statement. So this statement is correct. So your answer should be the last option, that is no error. Okay. Now the third sentence, the Ganges or that Ganga river has overflowed its banks and each of the 4 villages are flooded. And this structure, the sentence has got an error. Okay, I guess you might have got the error because we have discussed in so many extra sessions, we discussed about the countables, uncountables, and that singular, plural, verb, subject, agreement, etc, etc. So based on that rule, you should have corrected this sentence. Okay, so the Ganges has overflowed its banks, no error, and each of the 4 villages. So the error is in the third part, that is each of the C part, okay. Each of the 4 villages are flooded. See, this word each, the word each here shows singular. It is singular, okay. Not like every also is singular, all is plural. So here each is singular. So if this each is used here instead of are, what should be the correct usage? It should be is flooded, not are flooded, okay, since this is singular. So, and each of the 4 villages is each one separately, each one is flooded, okay. So the Ganges has overflowed its banks and each of the 4 villages is flooded should be the correction of the sentence. So the error is in the third part, C part. So only first and second, or else only the second sentence did not have any error, otherwise the first and third sentences had errors, and this is how you have to like remove, or else you have to like rectify the error, that also we have discussed. Okay, so the first set of questions over. Now the next set of questions, 2 questions, 4th and 5th, where you need to find out a word with which you can fill up the blank. Okay, so in the second sentence it's a use of a preposition, and the first one is the use of a phrasal verb. You remember we have discussed phrasal verbs last time in one of those sessions, and we also discussed the use of prepositions. You know that wherever required, the correct preposition must be used, and sometimes where it is not required, you should not use it. Okay, so you have to be a bit careful while using prepositions. So here, my father dash home last week. My father dash home last week. What are the options given to you? Left off home? No. Went back home. Went back, returned. Okay. Went back home and then made out, came down. So went back or B option is the correct answer. So that is the correct option. Came down, what is the meaning of to decline, to fall? Okay. So left off means to abandon, and then made out, to understand. Went back is the correct one. Okay. Now he assented dash my proposal. You need to use a preposition here. He assented dash my proposal. He assented to my proposal. Okay, so just like the word agreed to, agreed with, agreed to. Okay, so similarly assented with the word assented, it is to. So he assented to my proposal, not any other prepositions possible. So it is option number A, which is the correct option. Okay, now we have to find out the word which is the best synonym for the given one. Okay, so you have been given 3 words here: flatter, fragile, and unique, and we have to find out from the list or from the options. Okay, 4 options each given, and you need to find out the synonym or the exact synonym or similar word for the underlined ones. Okay, so the first one is flatter, a very simple word which we often use in our language, and you know what flattery is, right? Flattery means what? You praise a person. You use those butter coated words, sugar coated words, buttery words, okay, and then you give compliments after compliments, you shower compliments or a lot of praises. So that is what you call flatter. Okay, so flatter here does not mean hate or love or estimate, but to praise. Option number B. Okay, when you praise a person, that means you're flattering that person or it is pure flattery. Okay, next is very fragile. This also is a word which we have often used in our language. Very fragile means what? Very tender, very weak and easily breakable, something which will not last for long. Okay, so here in this list only one is the meaning, okay, one is the similar meaning or synonym, and the rest are antonyms or opposites, exact opposites. Like fragile is something very delicate or weak, right? So it is option number A, which is the correct option. And what about B, C and D? Durable and lasting means same thing, something which lasts for long. Okay, durability also is that long lasting effect. Sturdy means strong. And those are the words opposite to the word fragile, and we are asked to find out a word which best expresses the meaning. That means we have to find out the synonym. So synonym for fragile is weak, not lasting or durable or sturdy, which are opposites. Okay. Now next also we need to find out the synonym, the word unique. See, this time you got all those simple words which you are familiar with, which we use in our everyday life, right? So unique, something unique means what? Something extraordinary, something special, very special, not just special but very special, something unusual also. Okay, so that is the option given to you, which could be taken as a synonym for unique. Something unique means something which is rare, which is special, very special, which is unusual, not ordinary. Again, this is common, ordinary, plain. These are the antonyms, opposites, and only one synonym is given there, and that is unusual. Okay, so flatter, praise, fragile is weak, option number A, B, A, C, and unique is option number C, unusual. Okay, wasn't it simple? Now we need to find out antonyms or opposite words for these two words, sterile and prominent. These words also you might have used so many times in your life, right? So what is the meaning of sterile, by the way? In science and all, you might have studied this word and you are familiar with it. Sterile is that inability to produce, or that reproduction thing. Inability is what you call sterility or sterile. Okay, that means when an animal or a person, a human being, is unable to produce its young ones, or else that reproduction part, if it is weak, you call it as sterile or sterility. So definitely the opposite of that, if it is sterility, the opposite will be fertility. So sterile, opposite will be fertile. So we need to find out the opposite, right? So B option is the correct one. Sterile does not mean lively, plenty or useful, but fertile. Okay. Next is prominent. And this word, you know the meaning, right? Prominent means something very important, significant. Okay, something which is significant or important is what you call prominent. So definitely the opposite will be insignificant. If prominent is significant, so the opposite will be definitely insignificant. So option number C, insignificant. All right. Prompt, prolong, prove, these words have got no connection with the word prominent. All right. So sterile, opposite fertile, prominent or significant, opposite will be insignificant. Okay. Now you have been given around four phrasal verbs and idioms. Okay, idioms or phrasal verbs. So here the first two are idioms, idiomatic expressions. Okay, so we have like wildfire, a Herculean task, to make light of and to look into. Okay, so the first idiom is like wildfire. The news spread like wildfire. Okay, gossips spread like wildfire. What does it mean? Something which happens very rapidly, in a high speed, something which happens very quickly. Okay, so like wildfire, so if something is being compared to wildfire, it means it is very fast in action, or it is very rapid, or it's being done very rapidly. Okay, so rapidly is the meaning, C option. It's not here and there or slowly, which is just the opposite, or partially. Okay, so the exact meaning of that idiomatic expression is rapidly. So very often we use this idiom to show that something has been spread like wildfire. That means very quickly. Okay, now a Herculean task. Okay, so actually this idiomatic phrase has taken after the mythological character Hercules, strength, that god of strength. Okay, so anyways, a Herculean task, what exactly is a Herculean task? So that also is an idiomatic expression. So let us see the options. The first option is a task which requires little effort. No, a task which requires a lot of patience. It has got nothing to do with patience but effort or strength, right? Since we have taken, see here, you can take it as a clue. Herculean means something taken from the character Hercules. Okay, that means that strength, something which stands for strength. So not with any connection with patience. Then a task which requires enormous courage. Again, courage also has got nothing to do with being strong. So here the like D option, option number D, a task which requires great effort, and that is your exact meaning. So a Herculean task means an activity or a task which demands great effort on your part. So next time, if you find a task very tough to do, very difficult to do, instead of like making a plain statement like it was too tough, you can simply use that idiom. It was a Herculean task. Okay, so this is how you can improve your language, spoken language also. Okay, now coming to the next one, to make light of. Light here does not mean something glittering or shining, but here something light means something trivial, something not so important. Okay, so to make light of means to treat as unimportant, to treat something or someone as unimportant, less importance is given. When something is given less importance or no importance, we use this term to make light of. So here do not get confused with the word light as something bright or shiny, just like the first option is a bit misleading, right? To bring light into life. So definitely you will take the meaning of light as something positive, something like radiance or glittering or shining, but that is not the word light used here. It is just the thing, something less important or not so important. Okay. Not to make candles to like light or to light a fire. Okay. Now to look into. When I say I want to look into the matter, what do I really mean? To look into. To look into does not mean just to think about a thing or just to analyze a thing, but to go deep into that matter. That means literally I want to investigate. D option. Not to simply observe it. Observation means just to look at a particular thing and you do not go into the deep part. Okay, so like not so intense. So not observing something or not to search for something or to peep, but to investigate. So when you use this term like I want to look into the matter, that means I want to study the matter properly and then I want to like investigate the matter properly. So that is the meaning of the word to look into, which means to investigate. Okay, so like wildfire, rapidly. Herculean task means a task which requires great effort or strength. Then to make light of means something which is treated as less important or not so important. Look into means to investigate. So C, D, B, D. Alright. Now we have been given 3 sentences where a part of the sentence has been, in each sentence a part has been underlined. So in case if you feel that okay, whatever is underlined needs any improvement, you can choose from the first 3 options. And if you feel that okay, there is no need for any sort of improvement, is it like it's correct sentence, that means you can choose the last option, that is no improvement. Okay, so What is the first sentence? Strangely enough, the candidates restricted themselves to small rallies and kept away from some rural areas. That means those people, candidates, they restricted themselves to small rallies and all, and they kept themselves away from rural areas. So that means the sentence has got no error. Okay, it's already correct. Otherwise, or else if you have doubt about the sentence being correct, you can check the option. You can search for the option which could substitute if you feel like substituting. For example, the first one is the candidates restricted their self. There is no word like their self. So, the first option cannot be used. Then what about second one? The candidates were restricted to themselves. Candidates were restricted to themselves is not used. So, that second one also can be taken off. Then the candidates have restricted their selves again. The word their selves again has made it there is no word like their selves. Okay, so that means the three options given to you cannot be used. So automatically the fourth option, that means no improvement, or the sentence is already correct. Okay, so 17th one, the man who will score maximum points will carry the trophy. Okay, so remember here, in both the it's a clause where in both the places will is used, future possibility is used, so definitely it is wrong. So who will score maximum points will carry the trophy is wrong, but the man who scores the maximum points, which is the first option, option number A. So the man who scores the maximum points will carry the trophy. That means we are giving a condition. It's a clause, that means a possibility is being shared. If he scores good points or maximum points, that means he will get the trophy. So that will is used in the second part. So the first part should be in simple present tense. Okay. Now the third question, or 18th question, third question in the sense, third type of the same type of question, third sentence. Okay. Japanese armies effort to destroy the Allied forces at Imphal and to invade India, but were driven back into Burma. Okay. So, effort to destroy. Japanese armies effort to destroy. Something is wrong when you read that sentence, right? So, Japanese armies attempted to destroy. They tried or they attempted, not experiments. It has got nothing to do with experimenting. Okay, strengthened to distract, no, but attempted means tried. Okay, so if you use the first option, option number A, automatically the sentence will be correct. Japanese armies attempted to destroy the Allied forces at Imphal and invade India, but were driven back into Burma. So definitely when you use the first option, and if you substitute the underlined item with the first option, and after that if you read, you will get it automatically. Okay, so it is option number 16th question, option number D, 17th question, option number A, and 18th question, option number A again. Okay, now we have to find out from these two lists of words, a single word has been given with different spellings, and only one of the options has got correct spelling of the same word. Okay, same word has been repeated as 4 options, but then only one option has got the correct spelling, and that is what you have to choose. So chronology, chronological order, in a sequential order, in the proper chronological means sequential order. Okay, chronology is a word which you are familiar with. So what is the spelling of chronology? Is it chronology? No, but chronology. That means option number B. CHRONOLOGY is the correct spelling of chronology. Okay, not CRO. There is an H. Okay, not chronology but chronology. O. So other 3 options A, C, and D are wrong. Okay, exactly same way. Question number 20 also, the word scintillating, and you need to find out which scintillating has got the correct, and what is the meaning of scintillating, which means something very, I guess in one of the model exams we were asked to find out a synonym for this word scintillating, right? That time itself we discussed this word, and I gave you the meaning also. Scintillating means something which is shiny or shining or glittering. So scintillating is word meaning of scintillating is shining or glittering. And what is the spelling? It should be the first option, option number A. So here B and here option number A. S-C-I-N-T-I double L is there. Okay, scintillating has got double L, and scintillating, not G at the end, not single L, but scintillating, not scintillating. Okay, so it should be the first option. So chronology, option number B, correct spelling, and scintillating, option number A is the correct spelling. Okay. Now we have a passage based question. See, the passage appears to be a bit lengthy, but luckily enough the questions, only 5 questions are given based on the passage, and all 5 questions are so simple that very quickly you will be getting the options correct. Okay, why? Because all the questions are straight questions and there is no need to go for any thinking too much of the options given. Okay, so it's all about Ambedkar and like his early life and when he was a professor. So the first question is, where did Dr. Ambedkar teach? Where did he work as a professor? So can we read the first sentence so that you will be getting the answer also? In November 1918, he means Ambedkar joined Sydenham College as a professor. So where exactly he joined? Sydenham, that means Sydenham College. So he was a professor or he taught in Sydenham College, not anywhere else. Okay. Now second question is, it's option number B. It's given on the top and like the very first line is the answer. Dr. Ambedkar was a teacher of, so what subject did he teach? So definitely when you get the name of the college like in the beginning or in the at the outset, definitely you will be getting the subject also, right? So let us read the complete sentence. In November 1918, he joined Sydenham College as a professor of political economics. That means he taught or he was a teacher of A option, political economics. See how simple the answer was, so visible, and that to the very first line, right? So he or Dr. Ambedkar was a teacher of political economics, not law, literature or political science. So do not confuse with the last option, political science. We are talking about political economics. So proper reading of the passage is a must to get the answer, even if the answer is so simple or the question is so visible. Okay. Now next is, who amongst the following was Dr. Ambedkar's benefactor? That means the one who funded him or else the one who helped him financially, okay, so or supported him economically. So who exactly was that? So like let us read the same it's the first paragraph. With his little savings, some help from the Maharaja of Kolhapur. So who was his benefactor? Not the Raja of Kathiawar or Queen of England, okay, Raja of Kolhapur. So the king or Maharaja of Kolhapur was the one who helped him financially, not Lord Grey or the Queen of England. Okay, so this also was very simple, option number C. Now name Dr. Ambedkar's friend who helped him to go to England. So who was that friend who supported and helped him to reach or to go to England? Okay, so let us see if he Maharaj of Kolhapur, and with a loan of 5,000 rupees from his friend Naval Batena, he left for England. So who helped him? So his friend Naval Batena. So Naval Batena, Naval Kishore and Naval Batena. So remember, two options are given with the same first name, so do not get confused. So it is Naval, not Naval Kishore but Naval Batena. Okay, not Karl Marx or Lenin. All right. Next question, that is the last question based on this passage. Why did Dr. Ambedkar try to finish his studies as early as possible? So what was the reason why he was I think I just saw that point. Yeah, here from this part onwards, if you read, in the museum he pored over books from, that means he studied books from morning till evening. And why was that? Time was an important factor with him, and to save both money and time, he would go without lunch. That means he studied, or else he tried to complete the studies as early as possible, even skipping lunch. The reason is he did not have enough resources like time and money. So, not due to illness, but because of lack of resources. Option number B, lack of resources and time. That means he did not have resources. Here means money. Okay, so he didn't have enough money, he didn't have enough time, and that is why he wanted to complete the studies as early as possible. So it's option number B, lack of resources and time. See, B, A, C, D, B. Even if the passage was a bit long, but still the questions based on the passage all very simple. In fact, all the answers you got from the first paragraph itself. You need not go to the second paragraph for any of this question because it's all given in the first paragraph itself, right? Do not expect the same thing to happen every time. This time you were lucky. Okay, so don't expect you to be lucky all the time. Okay. Select the synonym or similar in meaning, synonym for the word inept. Inept. Inept actually means a person, a person, you can use it for a person as an adjective also you can use. So, inept a person who is inept means he is not so competent, that means incompetent. Okay. So, not so competent and not so careful and not so smart. So, he is a bit clumsy. So, inept means a person who is clumsy. Clumsy means not very efficient. Okay. So, inept is not so efficient or clumsy. Not fit, strong or actually incapable. So, capable is the opposite of inept. So, a person who is incapable or inefficient, not so effective, those people are called inept, or another word for that is clumsy people, clumsy. Okay. Now, wrongly spelt word. Find out the wrongly spelt word. Before that, let me take a look at what you call question. Yeah, question number 14, right? Question number 14 is to look into, and after that 16. So, one question is missing. Actually, that also is a phrasal verb. Okay, I'll just write it down here. 15th question, I really forgot. To egg on. I'm just giving you the meaning of this phrase now. Okay, not I don't remember the options, all the 4 options. Okay, I guess one of the options was to convince, another option was to to analyze, something like that. So, anyways, I'll just give you the correct answer. To egg on means when we use our if you want to use this word to egg on in your sentence when you speak or when you write, that means the meaning of that will be to urge, to compel, to urge. Okay. So, the meaning of to egg on is to urge. I guess it is, if my memory is correct, it is option number A. Other options, so I am just giving the option number also. Option number A is the correct answer, to urge, and to compel. Okay, so to egg on is the 15th question. So 15th question is missing. I just wrote it now. To egg on means to convince or to urge. Okay, so that is option number A. Okay, so we will move on to the next. Scintillating is over, then this passage was over, synonym also was over, and back to question number 27. Select the wrongly spelt word. This time not the same word with different spellings, okay, but different words, 4 different words, and 3 words have got correct spelling, and you need to find out the word which has got the wrong spelling. It was so simple, and I guess just the first glance itself you might have got the correct answer, right? So comparable is with the correct spelling. Comparable does not have P-A-I-R. This is the correct spelling. So this is not our answer. We have to find out the word with wrong spelling, not correct spelling. So option number A is not our answer because it has got the correct spelling. Then option number B also committee, it's a correct spelling. So that also is not our answer. Then this is conscience and this is with the wrong spelling. So option number C. And what is the correct spelling of this? C-O-N-S-C-I-E-N-C-E. That C is, that I is missing here. This I is missing, and that is why this is the wrong spelling, and that is your answer. And what about the other, fourth option, commission has also got the correct spelling. So the wrongly spelled word which becomes your answer is option number C. That means conscience, and that should have C-O-N-C-S-C-I-E-N-C. So that I is missing. Okay. Now next is again you have to read that sentence. She read that novel since she got up in the morning. And what has been underlined? Read that novel. She read that novel, not read. She read that novel since she got up this morning or in the morning. So if this underlined item is wrong, you need to find out the correct option with which you can substitute that underlined part to make it a correct sentence. If that is not wrong, if it is already correct, that means you can choose no improvement, which is your option number A. Okay. She read that or she read that novel, because both read and read with the same spelling, right? So she read that novel since she got, or she read that novel since she got up in the morning. Whichever way you pronounce it, this is the wrong sentence. Why? Because see, we have discussed this point so many times that whenever we have point of time, that is since, or period of time, that is for, both shows time, okay, point of time and period of time, and be it since or for, what should be the tense? Present perfect continuous. Okay, present perfect continuous. That means an activity which started long back and is still going on at the time of speaking. Okay, so she has been reading that novel since she got up in the morning. So when I said this sentence that she has been reading that novel since she got up in the morning, that means when I am saying this, she is still reading that particular novel from morning. Okay, so with since and for, present perfect continuous or past perfect continuous. So whatever be that, it is not read, not past tense. So option number B. You need to use this word to substitute it. She has been reading that novel since she got up in the morning. So this is wrong. You have to substitute it with option number B. Okay. Now next is select the antonym or opposite for the word exceptional. And what is to find out the opposite, what should you know? You should know the meaning. Only if you know the meaning of the word, you will be able to get the opposite of the word, right? So exceptional, when I say that, okay, she has got exceptional talents or exceptional skills, what do I really mean? That means extraordinary, right? She's got remarkable, extraordinary, excellent skills. So exceptional actually means something commendable, remarkable, then extraordinary, etc. So what should be the opposite? Not uncommon, okay, not uncommon, unimaginable, uncommon or unthinkable, but unremarkable. So if exceptional means remarkable, that means a positive compliment, its opposite will be unremarkable. So exceptional, synonym, remarkable, in that sense the opposite will be unremarkable, okay, not uncommon. Alright. Next we have, in the sentences given, something is wrong in one of the parts, and which part or which phrase or which part has gone wrong, you need to find out. Okay, so what is that sentence? I'll just underline the sentence. Okay. Torrential rains and winds of up to 170 km per hour swept away. So, what is the verb here? Past tense. Swept away roads, homes and bridges and knocking down power and communication lines. Okay. So, obviously, when we started a sentence with swept or simple past tense or past tense, that means we are talking about something which had happened in the past. So, that should be maintained, right? So, here knocking down is not past tense. So, the error is in this part, knocking down, B part. And how will you correct it? Make it as knocked down, not knocking down but knocked down. Okay. So, if you use knocked down, automatically you will get the sentence correct. Alright. So, it is torrential rains and winds of up to 170 km per hour swept away, past tense, roads, homes and bridges and knocked down, not knocking down, because if this is past tense, the next verb should also be in past tense. So, the error is in this part, knocking down, and change it into knock down to make it a correct sentence. Okay. Now, next is select the antonym of the given word or opposite of the given word. Pardon. How lucky you are that almost all the words that you have been given, be it finding out synonyms or antonyms, all these words were so simple, right? So, you were really lucky this time. Pardon means what? To forgive. Okay, pardon means to forgive. So, we need to find out the opposite of pardon, forgive. Mercy, pardon, almost similar, not opposites, but punish is just the opposite. So, option number B. To forgive is pardon. So, definitely to punish will be the opposite of pardon. Not grace or kindness. So, kindness, grace and mercy, all these things are there when you pardon someone. Even if these are not actually synonyms, but still could be taken as synonyms, but we need an antonym, so it is punish. Okay, so it is option number B. Next is select the synonym of the word or similar, and which word is given? Inarticulate. What is inarticulate? When you produce sounds, we use this term in our speech. Okay, so inarticulate or articulate means when you are able to speak words, when you are able to produce sounds properly, if you are able to like express yourself by means of language, with the help of language, that means it's a power of articulation, or you can articulate. So, here the word is inarticulate. So, inarticulate means you cannot express yourself. You cannot use that power of speech. You cannot produce a proper way of producing language or sound. So, that is inarticulate. So, which word is similar to that? Eloquent, that means you can speak, not inarticulate. Okay. So, it is articulate. So, eloquent is to articulate. So, incoherent also has got the same meaning, not so expressive or cannot express yourself properly. You fail to express yourself properly, and that is incoherent. Okay. So, option number B is similar to inarticulate, not any other. See, eloquent, fluent means you can articulate, just the opposite of inarticulate. Okay. Next is, find out one word for the given sentence. What is that sentence? A cylindrical container. You know what a cylindrical container is? It's a container, it's a vessel type thing, bulging out in the middle, bulging out, that means a cylindrical container, okay, bulging out, that means this part will be bulging out, okay. So, traditionally made of wooden staves for keeping oil, beer, wine, etc. So, this container in like centuries ago, or else you can say that decades ago, even now also people use that. We use this wooden container to store oil, beer, etc. So, what is that container called? That one word, it is barrel. Option number C. barrel. A barrel is a wooden container which is a bit bulging. Okay, from sides it's a bit bulging, almost like it has got tummy. Okay, and we used to, even now also people do that, store oil, beer, wine, etc. Okay. Now what about bushel, bale and bin? You know, dustbin and bin, just a container. Okay, it could even be plastic, a small one, cylindrical, but not the explanation which fits into that bin. Then bushel is actually a measuring unit. It's a measuring unit. Then it's like we use liter, kg, kilogram, etc. Exactly likewise, it's a measuring unit. And what is bale? Bale also means something like a stack of paper, a bundle. A bundle or a stack is what you call bale. So barrel is this, exactly the same thing, the cylindrical container bulging out in the middle, and in olden days people use those barrels to store oil, beer, etc. Okay. Now next is a passage which is given to you, and you need to find out the missing words. That means a passage is given but a few words are missing, and those words are given as options for each blank, and you need to find out the exact word which could be inserted to make it a sensible and logical or meaningful correct passage. Okay. Eager to control the South Atlantic, the British Navy had tasked. See, this word tasked, when you read it quickly, do not confuse it with asked. It is tasked. Okay, a huge difference. It is tasked. Tasked. That means assigning a task. You give a task. Assigning with. So, with the word tasked also, a preposition is used, just like accused of, charged with, okay, abstain or exempted from. Exactly likewise, with the word tasked, it's always with is used. With is used. So here it should be with. It is not asked but tasked. Tasked Admiral Byron with settling an island off the South American coast. Why? Dash ships could, where, even without looking into the option, we can find it out, where ships could resupply and then finding an alternative dash to the East Indies. Alternative means route. Route is the better word. So it is route, track or route. So route, alternative, route to the East Indies. After rounding the tip of South America, Admiral Byron confronted the world's. Worlds means something which is the best or the superlative degree. So the world's largest, option number D. World's largest body of water, that is the endless Pacific Ocean. After a month of empty blue horizon, a tiny island appeared. Do we have that word? Of course, A. Appeared. Appeared. Appeared or emerged. So here appeared. Byron joyously. So that means if you use these words with, where, then what? Third is route. Then largest appeared. You will get it in a sensible way, or the passage is complete now with these words inserted in the proper place. Okay. Now we have to select the wrongly spelt word, not correctly spelt word. 3 words are correctly spelled, 1 wrong spelling. Choose that word as your answer. Okay. Exchange. No doubt the spelling is correct, so that is not our answer. Exercise. So simple a word, and that too with correct spelling, isn't it? Exclaim. That also you know it's correct spelling, but excite has got the wrong spelling. And what is the correct spelling? E-X-C-I-T-E. And you know the meaning of excite. Excite, excited, excitement, etc. So option number D, excite, should have a C which is missing, and that is why it is wrong spelling, and that is your answer. Okay. Now we have to select a word with which you can fill up this blank, a proper word. Okay. A number of Indian goods face a dash competition from Chinese goods in terms of prices and looks. What do we have here? After the blank, the word competition. Suppose if we are given an option, tight, the word tight. If it had been given, we would have chosen that, tight competition, tough competition. And the word similar to that is fierce competition. So, option number A, fierce competition, which means tight and tough. Okay. A number of Indian goods face a fierce competition, means a tight and tough competition from Chinese goods in terms of prices and looks. So, if you use the word fierce, automatically it would mean tight and tough competition. With competition, we use such terms, right? Next is select, the correct passive form of the given sentence. And what is the sentence? Please show me my son's mathematics notebook. Actually, it is a request. It is a request, okay? Please show me. Please show me my son's mathematics book or notebook. So, me, that word, that me is given, that is a clue. So, you can start with I. To make it active, you can use, here it is passive voice. This is, this is active voice, and find out the passive one. So, please show me my son's mathematics notebook. So, which option is the correct one? Let us read all those options. I may please be shown. This could be taken. Let us see the next option if we have a better one. My son may please be shown. No, that would change the meaning. So, this is wrong. I will please. I will and please, and that doesn't make any sense at all. B and C options cannot be taken. My son's mathematics notebook was please shown to me. Again, a wrong word order. So, the first option is correct one, that is, I may please be shown my son's mathematics notebook. So, out of these options, this is a possible one. And you know what, there is one more way. Now that we just discussed active and passive construction, you need to know that there is another way also, you can change it into active voice. Like, you are requested, here that you subject is hidden, right? So, you are requested to show me my son's maths notebook. That also is possible. So, right now, out of these options, the first one is the correct one. Okay. Now, next question is, select the most appropriate meaning of the given idiom. Actually, this is not just an idiom, it is a proverbial expression. Action speaks louder than words. Action speaks louder than words. Very often in our speech and debate also we use this quotation, right? It's a quotable quote, or it is not just idiom but a quote, right? So, what is that? What you do is more important than what you say. Exactly. This is the meaning of this one, this particular option number A. Actions speak louder than words means what you do is more important than what you say. That means there are some people who just say but not do. But what is more important is your action, not your words. Okay. Next, in this sentence, a part I purchase is underlined, and in case if it is wrong, substitute it with the correct one. If I have money, if clause, if I have money, I purchase this house. I will purchase this house. Option number B. If I have money, I will purchase. Not if I have money, I purchase. I will purchase this house. Next is, to arrange it into proper sequential order. See, option number A starts with, sentence A starts with, not option but the sentence A, B, C, D. A starts with and. So, you cannot start with and. Around 4 billion people in the world. You can start with B. And how many are there with B? A and B. So strike this off. No need to focus on these two, A and B. B, A, D, C. What about B, D, B, A, B, A? Around 4 billion people in the world live in physically water scarce areas and 844 billion do not have access to that. Means B, A could be taken. What about B, D? Just to confirm, B, D. B, D. The world's crisis is getting worse. So this could be the last one, right? Last statement. So in that sense, not last but second last. So that means this also is wrong. This is the correct option, option number A, B, A, D, C. I told you if you have only one option which starts with the one which you have chosen, that means you can choose that blindly. If you have more than one option, read the next letter also, next sentence also to get the correct answer, so that you can save time there. Okay. We have one more same type of question, correct word order in which sentence order in which you have to arrange. An estimated 70% of this plastic. You cannot start with A. This is a problem that stretches. Which problem? Not said. So we cannot start with B. 8 million tons of plastic. So we can start with C. And here also 2 options started with C, right? So strike this off and focus on these two. CADB. What is CA? CA. 8 million tons of plastic end up in world's ocean every year, causing damage to the fragile ecosystem. An estimated 70% of this plastic which enters the sea sinks. So you can take this, right? CA. So option number B is our correct answer. What about D? And much of it is not biodegradable. So after this, it could be D. So CAD. Option number B. Again, you are asked to find out a word with which you can fill this up properly. Many items made of ivory were dashed from a dealer in antiques by the customs authorities. See, when customs department officers, customs officers, when they capture or seize the goods from a passenger, there is a term used. A term is used, and that term is to be used for this blank also. And what is that term? Confiscated. Option number B. When customs department or officers, customs officers, when they seize the goods from the passengers or the travelers, this word is used, confiscated. Now, annex means referred to. Hijacked is used with plain hijacking. Okay. Appropriated is not a word in this context. So in that way also, it's option number B. Confiscated is the action of seizing or capturing goods by law from people who deal with it, illegal smuggling. Okay. Next is select the correct active voice form of the given sentence. Okay. So which sentence? The crop was adversely affected by the inadequate rainfall. So how will you convert it into active voice? Start with this. The inadequate rainfall adversely affected the crop. Do we have that option? The inadequate rainfall see, the very first option is exactly what we require. What about the second one? The inadequate rainfall was adversely affecting the crop. You cannot change the tense. The inadequate crop is not inadequate. The adversely rainfall is not adversely. So these options cannot be taken. It's the first option. Anyways, when we try to convert without using the options, we got it in the correct way. Exactly the same option is given as option number A. Okay. Next is, select the most appropriate meaning of the given idiom. And which idiom is given to you? Pull someone's leg. If you remember, in one of the extra sessions, okay, additional sessions, we made a list. You remember at the end of those extra sessions that we listed out like a list of synonyms, idioms. So there also this was given. To pull someone's leg is to tease someone or to joke with someone, okay, to make fun of, to joke with, or to tease a person, to ridicule a person, and that is the option. Next is A person who draws or produce, what do you call that person? Give the one word. A person who draws or produces maps is a cartographer. Option number B. Always remember, keep this word in your mind. The one who draws or produces or deals with maps is called a cartographer. And what about calligrapher? Calligraphy, you might have heard this word. Calligraphy means beautiful handwriting. The one who practices beautiful handwriting is calligrapher, not our option. The lexicographer means the one who compiles, makes and writes dictionaries. So, not maps. Choreographer is a familiar word. In movies and all, you have a choreographer who teaches the people to dance, right? So, cartographer is our option, which means a person who draws or produces maps. Okay. So, with that we come to the last question. In this sentence, one part has gone wrong. Find out that part. She lost a big order from a known showroom in case of her own carelessness. In case is a wrong use here. She lost a big order from a known showroom. In case is not, in case means if you, but in case is wrong. Why? Instead of in case, which word is to be used? Because of her own, or due to, in case of or due to her own carelessness. Because of her own carelessness, not in case of. So, that in case is wrong use there, and that is to be substituted with because. Okay. So, that was our session where we discussed all options, and where you have gone wrong also have been discussed. Okay. So, with that we come to the end of the session. We will have another session very soon, and that again after the next model exam. Okay. So, best of luck for the next model exam. You scored well. Good luck. Thank you so much. Thank you.